everybody, my name is Cassidy.
I'm Brendan.
It sounded like you forgot your name.
I was like, wait, I introduced myself. Okay.
I'm Brendan. Anyway, do you want to redo that?
Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name's Cassidy.
I'm Brendan.
And we're ODonnells Celtic Craft and Brewery. Today we are doing an ODonnells Celtic Kitchen and we are going to be brewing Brendan's new present.
Yeah, the 5-gallon brew kit instead of the 1-gallon brew kit's a big difference.
From Northern Brewer. And we're brewing the Block Party Amber, correct?
Yes.
So we're gonna be doing 5 gallons of the Block Party Amber, and I'm also gonna be making a homemade tomato and gin sauce for you guys using some fresh herbs that are growing out in the garden right now. If you guys like this video, please consider giving a thumbs up, commenting down below, and subscribing to our channel. We post videos just about every 3 to 4 days on home brewing, homemaking, gardening, and natural living. We hope that you enjoy. Sláinte!
You know, Kiwi spigots. It says that I need a towel. Tablespoon. Scissors and timer. Dish rack. Oh no. These aren't things we have.
We don't have a dish rack anymore. I threw it away.
Caps, bottle capper, everything but bottles.
Yeah, so you just need to get your own bottles, and you can do that by using brown bottles that you drink yourself. Like if we get a 6-pack of Dos Equis or something, Dos Equis Amber that is, or something of that nature, then you can save it for yourself. Harps, Smittix, any of those beers. Brendan's family drinks those a lot, so sometimes we'll just save them, and we drink them sometimes too. So we just save them and then we use them for bottling purposes ourselves.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get going?
Yeah, what's the first step there? Is it turn the water
It
off?
says getting ready. Oh.
No, wow.
Place the jug. Okay.
Did we get ready?
Place the jug of liquid malt extract in warm water. Water? Okay, so heat water.
Okay. We got fire.
Perfect. Oh, it actually came open really nicely.
Well, it had a tear spot, but it didn't tear it in the right spot.
So, as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be doing a gin-infused tomato sauce recipe. So, kind of think vodka sauce, but with gin. Now, gin is a little more botanical in nature, so we're going to be adding things like Italian oregano and rosemary just to kind of amplify that flavor profile. So, I'm going to start off by chopping up, dicing some onion and some garlic, and then I'm going to put that in a bowl. And then I have some fire roasted tomatoes in the pantry over here from Thrive Market that I'm going to put into the pan. While the brew is boiling or heating up on the stove with those grains steeping in it, I'm going to get this started. I'm also going to add 1 carrot, and then I'm going to start to get that heated up on the stove. I will be blending all of this and then adding just a tiny bit of cream at the end for an extra bit of flavor. But I want you guys to come out with me and we're gonna harvest some herbs to make this recipe. All right, come out here with me and we are gonna take you to our little container. Nikita's over there in the corner. We are looking at our little container gardening setup here. So I am going to be taking some of this Italian oregano and some of this rosemary to use in our sauce. So I'm going to start by stripping some leaves from this Italian oregano.
Did you tell them about the greenhouse?
Oh yeah, when it flew away.
Or just in general?
Yeah, but I did tell them about the greenhouse.
Well, what do you got there?
How bright is this right now?
It's pretty bright. What you getting?
Rosemary. Rosemary is one of those herbs that just makes me very happy.
It's good in a lot of things.
So many things. It's so good. Right, I'm gonna take a little bit more of this.
That's some lettuce we got going there?
Yeah, it's romaine. I stress bought at Lowe's because I'm desperate for some fresh vegetables, you know?
Yeah. Then we have our one bean plant that's doing pretty good.
Kind of doing okay. It's not really doing much.
It's surviving.
And I guess I'll take some lemon thyme just for some zest, you know? Because why not? I'm not sure the proper way to... So I am just going to peel this carrot. This is not necessary. I don't always peel my carrots, but I find that for sauces and such, it just makes for a nicer recipe.
It's really starting to get a nice amber color over here.
I know, I was looking at it before. It smells really yummy. I am going to start off by getting my rusty trusty knife. It's not really rusty, but it is quite trusty. And chopping this up.
I'll let you out, but you won't like it.
She's gonna be barking to come back in 0.2 seconds. Again, I'm just doing a rough chop on all of this because it's gonna end up... Is that all she wanted?
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna end up... She just wanted to go outside and get a toy. Going to end up getting blended all together anyways. So I'm just gonna do some garlic and then I will get this all in a pot and start to simmer it on the stove. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you guys, is that fresh herbs are so much more potent than dried herbs, so you'll need much less of them than you would if they were dried. Just keep that in mind. It's a good thing to keep in mind.
As you can see, the grains are steeping quite nicely, giving a wonderful amber color too.
We are just removing. Do you want to tell them what we're doing?
We're removing the grain bag after it's steeped for 20 minutes or so. As you can see, it's much darker than water at this point, which is what the whole purpose of the grain bag is, to add rich, warm notes and a nice dark color, amber color in this case.
We are pouring in the malt extracts. Oh, that stuff looks so weird.
That made it so much cloudier.
I know. Once it starts to boil, we add the Willamette
Pops, yep.
pops. In these stewed tomatoes. These ones are from Aldi. And then I have 1 can of those, the stewed. And then I have 2 cans. I'm just gonna grab these. Of the fire roasted tomatoes from Thrive Market. I really like the flavor of these.
Almost out of boil.
They end up tasting, whoa, hello. super yummy. The fire roasted just adds like a completely different flavor profile. So I have that in there right now, and I'm just gonna let this come to a gentle simmer. I'm gonna put it onto a medium low heat and just let that simmer for about 20-30 minutes, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more seasonings, and then we'll blend it all up. Hey Brendan.
Yeah?
A watched pot never boils, honey.
You're probably right. I just enjoy the smell of hops.
So all of my ingredients have simmered down, and I am going to be adding in about 8 ounces of gin. So I'm adding in, 5, and then I'm gonna add in the other 3. I didn't feel like getting out another container. All right, and so then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna turn my heat up high, and I am going to let this simmer for another 15 to 20 minutes. At this point, I'm going to actually be adding in some of our Italian spaghetti seasonings that we have in here, but this isn't super necessary. There's, I'm sure, a ton of flavor in this already from all of the garlic and the fresh herbs, but I just like the little bit of spice that this gives. It has some dried peppers in it, so it does add like just a little bit more something, you know what I'm saying? You know,
A bit of spice.
Bit of spice, so. Yep, and I also did put in there, in case I didn't tell you before, this mushroom umami seasoning from Trader Joe's, which we are running super low on, by the way.
That's a bad
Might have to
thing.
go for a road trip someday soon.
I'll drive.
Okay. But yep, here's what it looks like right now.
We're still boiling.
Oh yes, here's what it looks like right now. I put in probably about 3 tablespoons of that stuff. And over here, holy cow, it's crazy in here right now. I just made some homemade pasta, and I have rising in the corner over here just some bread dough so that we have fresh garlic bread with dinner. And we will be back here in about 15 minutes because that is when the brew will be ready. Come here. Sit. Sit. High five. Yeah. You're not getting anything, sorry. No, go out. Go play. Don't you have a ball to play with or something? Whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Nikita, Grandpa. I cracked myself up. Okay, so at this point, I'm adding in just a little bit of milk. Not much, probably about a half a cup. I'm not really measuring this part, but either way, it's fine. And just put music over top of it. But I did want to show you, so I'm going to bring you closer, and that way you can see what we're dealing with. All right. Okay, there we go. And let's get to blending. Yeah, it is good though. I'll tell you that much. We're gonna do this with some shrimp.
So when I was recording this, I was just talking to Brendan, but I figured I'd do a voiceover to explain what I was doing because not everyone makes bread at home, and I do think it's an invaluable tool to have in your back pocket. So you saw me fold in the edges of the bread there just to unstick it from the side of the bowl and make it easier to manage. And I am bringing it over to a floured surface. Pick it up, plop it right down. I'm going to add a little bit more flour to the top. And once I do this, I think a huge tip is to not over knead your dough. So you're really seeing me here shaping it. Even before I put it in the bowl, I just combined the ingredients. I didn't over knead it at all. You just want to make sure everything's combined, and I feel like that makes the perfect consistency. As for time and temperature in the oven, what really works for us is 400 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes, but that's really going to depend on your oven. So try this a few times and see what works best for you. I played around with it a lot, and only in the past 2 months have I been able to make really consistent loaves of bread and muffins and biscuits and all of that stuff. So I do think it's important to play around with it. Put it in the bread pans and then just cover it for 30 minutes before throwing it in the oven.
Now it's time to dump it into the fermenter.
Good luck, babe. That's.
No.
I'm a little nervous.
It's not as heavy as I imagined it to be.
Okay, well, be careful. Yikes. Oh.
So Brendan just added the 2 gallons of water to the top of the wort, and he's just testing the temperature to make sure that it's good to add the yeast.
So to give it a spin to get bubbles and stuff off it. It's saying what, about 1.40? And then we get to add the yeast, put the lid on, and forget about it for 2 weeks.
That's Brendan's favorite part. He says this is the best hobby ever because it's the laziest hobby ever.
I mean, it's a couple hours every 2 weeks.
I am eating a snack before dinner of these cream cheese peppers, and they're delicious. We've never had them. Come on, camera. Bread is looking absolutely beautiful in the oven right now. Perfect, perfect. We're about to cook some shrimpies, and here's the sauce update. It is so late. It's getting late. We're both getting very hungry. But it's looking really yummy.
So we are just about done with dinner here. We have our pasta cooking. We have blistered some shrimp, and this is our sauce back here. Now, I am about to be making some garlic bread, and so I figured that I'd show you guys how I do that.
Now, garlic bread is truly a preference thing. We do butter and garlic, and sometimes we add Parmesan or paprika, but today I just did a few pads of butter and probably a tablespoon of garlic for each piece of bread. But that's up to you and how much you like garlic. We like it a lot here, so we use a lot.
Alright, we're gonna do pasta. Depending on how much you want. I always do like 2 little scoops for myself. Brendan usually gets 4, so maybe I'll do 3 for myself. Oh my heaven. Look at how long this noodle is. Okay. That is perfect for me. And I'm gonna do a scoop.
Or 3.
Or 2. Or 3. You're right. Of that. I'm just gonna grab with my hands a couple of little shrimp, 4 of them. And here is my garlic bread.
Also, a fun tip, if you like fresh Parmesan cheese like we do, but you're not a huge fan of cheese graters, if you use potato peel, it looks fancier. And you get a bigger piece, and that's a nice fun part to it, because then it's like shaved Parmesan.
I know, you feel seriously like, what's the word that I want to use? Well, peek up top.
zoomed in. Super delicious. And super easy to do. It just took us so long because we were brewing with it.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of O'Donnell's Celtic Kitchen on O'Donnell's Celtic Craft and Brewery. We hope to see you back here in the next 3 days for another video, be it on gardening.
Garden. Garden. I was expecting you to say more than this.
I
Be it on-
was expecting. That was amazing.
You never let me know.
I thought you'd catch my vibe. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of O'Donnell's Celtic Kitchen on O'Donnell's Celtic Craft and Brewery. Catch us next time in the next 3 days about a video on gardening
Or brewing.
or homemaking or natural living, whichever one comes next. We don't even know because we're those kind of people. But we hope that you guys enjoyed. If you like this, please subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below, and tell me what your favorite part about cooking from scratch at home is. Thank you guys again so much. We truly appreciate all the support that we've received so far. Sláinte. Cheers!